Hi, everybody. I'm Joey Foster. I'm here with Tony Altimore, and we're going to be right back. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Voice of College Football, West Virginia style. What's going on, Tony?
Hey, having a beautiful day here. What about you?
I'm excited. It is a beautiful day here, but it's getting cloudy out there. I can see it starting to get a little dark, so we're going to get a storm. Y'all can all find Tony over on X at TJ Altimore, right? Just like it is on the screen there. Follow him and watch his threads because he's always putting out charts, graphics. He's a college football analyst and strategist, and I've got him right here with us today, and I really appreciate him coming on. I wanted to ask you, Tony, because if anybody knows anything about the numbers behind this comment, it'll be you. So Jimbo Fisher, and I'm not going to read the whole comment, but I'm kind of looking at it here a little bit. He talked about teams in the Big 12 and the ACC that don't make it in, right? Those couple of teams that aren't going to, those few teams that won't make it in to any of the Power Two may essentially become, they're going to be essentially junior colleges. And that we really are essentially junior colleges now because players come to WVU, they develop for a couple of years, and they transfer. And I think that was the way of the past, but if you notice, we didn't lose anybody that plays this year. NIL set in at West Virginia. It's one of the better NIL packages. I think that's saving us. But I think what Jimbo Fisher is saying is that's not going to be sustainable for a school the size of West Virginia compared to other schools. So tell me, what do you think about? Did you read his statement on that?
Yeah. So I mean, let me give you a great example of that. Is the way that the ACC quarterbacks have become AAA teams for Notre Dame. I mean, what is it? A couple quarterbacks in a row now. Notre Dame goes and takes the best quarterback out of the rest of the ACC for a 1-year rental. Yeah. And there, there's an interesting perspective on that about really when you think about it, like, are some of these players, that think they can go and get one, another year, another or two or whatever in a super big time program where they're going to play. Are they going to go be able to be stars and take money and go play there? And we're seeing a lot more of that. I mean, we're seeing that with Ohio State, who's, crafting a roster that looks like an NFL roster. And so I think, Jimbo's point is that with the flexibility of transfers and the resources that some of these other schools are going to have, it's hard for schools to keep people around, to keep their stars around. But at the same time, as those guys come in, we're also seeing people leave some of those other big programs. And I think the key is going to be, who can replenish what's being taken.
Right. And then that was something that I feel like West Virginia's done really well in the portal this year. Actually, we lost some players on defense from last year. He filled them, and the grade of these players that he filled them with is higher than the grade that left. So, and using the transfer portal. So you can improve your roster, right? So he improved our defense on paper anyway.
Yeah.
It's improved. So, but can that always be? So I had a video about this the other day that the next day after he made the statement, I created a video and I said, I think he's wrong and here's why. Because every year you see teams, Tulane upsets some Power 5 team. Tulane, look, Appalachian State, goes and beats, what was it, Texas A&M, wasn't it? Appalachian State went and beat Texas A&M. Look at all the good players that Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher had. About the best that money could buy, right?
Quite literally.
And they still lost. So I don't see how you could say that that's going to be that's the catalyst and everybody's going to be a junior college now when I think the power programs like that are in the Big 12, the ACC, Big 10, and SEC, obviously, I think they're elite, and I don't doubt that a bit. But I think the smaller colleges can always come up, kick them in the butt.
Absolutely.
At any time.
Well, and I think he just meant that from I don't think he meant junior college from like a quality end. I think he meant it from like a transferring end.
Right.
The best players are being cycled out.
Yeah, right. And I know that's how I meant it, and I just don't think that's going to happen to the extent that he's thinking. Now, here's what I will say: if they don't get a hold of this transfer portal, man, it's just ruining college football. It really is. Look, NIL won't ruin college football, but the transfer portal problem will. The tampering problem will. I think that NIL is probably one of the best things that's happened to college football because these players work hard. They deserve to make some money. Maybe not millions of dollars like they're making, but they deserve to make some money. And so I don't have a problem with NIL whatsoever. I have a problem with the transfer portal. I think that's hurting college football. So hopefully they can get that under control one day.
I mean, it'd be great if they did. I mean, but the hard thing is that they've got to do it in a way that that's in compliance with the law. I mean, one of the big issues is they wanted to not follow the law, and so if you're not going to have a collectively bargained agreement with people, then you can't just invent your own rules, and that's what has killed the schools here with the transfer portal. Is they thought they could just make transferring rules, but without doing it legally, and as a result, they paid the price.